All right, my friends, we are going to be making our color wheel today. Now, just like our color wheel that we see in front of us, it is a circle, and the best way to make our color wheel is to use a square piece of paper. That way we won't have extra space on the side. So I did cut you down some square pieces of paper. All you need to do is go ahead and go grab your bag, and inside there you will find 2 pieces of white paper. Now, you only need one of those right now. The second piece of white paper will be for part 2 of this project in the future. But for now, we only need this one piece of paper and a pencil. So I'm going to go ahead and put my other supplies off to the side. So to start our color wheel, we need to think about dividing this into different pizza slices, if you will. All right, our color wheel right here has 12 different colors. It ranges all the way around red, red, orange, orange, yellow, all the way around. And it has those primary colors, it has those secondary colors, and those intermediate colors or tertiary colors that we've talked about a little bit. All right, so 12 pieces. To do that, let's find the middle of our paper. You could use a ruler and you could measure it out. That would work just fine. This is a 9-inch paper, so if I divided that in half, 4.5 would get us 9 inches. So I could do that, I can make a little mark. But if you don't have a ruler, I could easily just fold this in half. All right, so I'll fold it in half once, make a crease, open it up, and same thing the other way. This is gonna make a giant plus sign on our paper and also find us the middle. Look at that. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a little dot right in the middle so I know where that is, and now I can draw my lines. I'm going to go ahead and use those as a guide for my first 2 lines. One straight down and my other one straight down. Now, like I said, we need to make 12 pizza slices, so we need to do some math here. Each one of these corners needs to be divided up into 3 pieces. 3 times 4 is 12. All right. Now, if you have a ruler and you want to be specific about this, if you measure, the magic number is 2 inches and 5/8. Oh yes, if you know how to measure that, you can go ahead and find that on your ruler and put a little mark. So I'm measuring from this line right here. I'm measuring at 2 5/8, and I'm putting a little line. Now, some of you might be stressing out right now. Well, Mrs. Blair, I don't know where 2 5/8 is. That's okay. That is just if you want it to be perfect. If you don't want it to be perfect, you could easily just take your ruler and just draw 2 lines, 1 and 2. It doesn't have to be perfect, like I said. It's only if you want to. So 1 line, 2 lines. Look at that. It looks pretty good. It looks almost like that one. So if you just want to go around and do that, 2 lines in every one of those squares there, 1 and 2, and 1. Whoops, that one's a little crooked. When you're using your ruler, make sure that you're pressing it down nice and hard. Okay, we used a ruler at the beginning of the school year. If you're not holding it down, it will move and your line will not be straight. All right, there we go. Just guide it all the way along the ruler. Perfect. Now let me double check. Please double check, because if you don't have the right number, this isn't going to work out for you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Perfect. I'm ready to move on. Now, before we even think about turning this into a color wheel, we are going to add some fun patterns to this. So a pattern, friends, we should already know that it's something that repeats. So you can sit here and in every section, make a different pattern, all right? A pattern could be anything. Think about doodles, lines, shapes. Maybe I want to do some wavy lines. Wavy line, wavy line, wavy line, wavy line. And I'd go ahead and repeat that over and over and over again to fill up that whole pizza pie shape, just like that. And then the next one, maybe I'd do something else. Maybe I want to do some shapes. Triangle, 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 triangle. It does not have to be very in-depth. They could be very simple, just like this. Now, if you are an artist that wants a little bit more of a challenge, here's what I would recommend for you. Here's a finished one that I have made, and I thought about things that I like. Think about some of the things that just make you super excited. I know a lot of us love that Among Us game right now. Maybe you want to do Among Us characters all the way around. That would be awesome. Now, whatever you do, make sure it's school appropriate. We don't want to see any weapons of any kind or things like that, but you can definitely draw characters or, any things like that. Now, mine, I chose to do Animal Crossing. All right, I've been playing a lot of that lately, so, I have some fossils, a pitfall seed, some balloons, music, items, all of that stuff. So I went ahead and filled up my artwork with those patterns. Anything you want to do. Now that once you're at this part, the last step for this stage of our project is you're going to need to grab your bag, and you will find a permanent marker inside that bag. Now, I just said it's permanent, right? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull all this stuff out and just set it off to the side. And I'm going to use this bag as kind of a little barrier for my table, okay? Because when you're using a permanent marker and you're drawing on your paper, if you're not super careful, it will bleed through the paper and it may end up on your table. So please put the bag underneath what you're working on. All right. And all you have to do, friends, is go around and trace over all of your pencil lines, okay? If you have a straight line, I definitely recommend using a ruler, just like that, to get your nice straight line. If I only free-handed it, it's gonna be a little wibbly wobbly, and it's not gonna be as perfect as that first one, okay? So definitely use your ruler when you can, or your dry erase board. Make nice straight lines. Take your time, all right? Go over there. You don't need to press very hard with your marker. And just like I said, the entire thing must be filled up with your marker lines. Once you're all done with that, if you have some extra time, grab an eraser and you can go back and erase all of your pencil lines. This just makes it look nice and crisp and everything is good to go. All right, friends, so that's step 1 of our project. Next step, we'll start to add some color. But for now, work on finishing tracing over all your pencil lines with marker.